Howdy, Charterlights. I'm an American Otaku, and welcome to my channel. Today we will be playing a game called Niji no kanata. The game was released by Define in 2006. The game takes place in a hospital. Our main character is Miku, so let's get started.
Define.
Hospital corridors are only eerie at night. It may be a place where you'd expect people to be, but any signs of life have become scarce at this time. I stealthily walk through the dark corridor and open the door. My body is unusually tall. I'm 6'4", an extremely inconvenient height for me, but I'm fairly confident in the light ways that I can walk. He says step past the walk. I see it as a way to train myself. Although my work as a doctor keeps me busy, I always find time to train myself so I don't become weak. I take a quick look around before slipping inside, immediately closing the door behind me. No one should have seen me enter. A fragile voice calls out from within the gloomy room. Despite not giving me an answer, her tone of voice springs up, full of joy. Shh! Hushing her with my finger raised, I also smile. I didn't get time, but within the spacious single-bed hospital room, Miku sits up, pushing her futon aside. Not that Miku. It's really not her. It would be nice, but no. At least Miku will be more interesting in that. Moving on. Compared to the lit bedside lampstand, her smile literally sparkles. Sure does. Sorry I haven't come by lately. Things have been quite busy. Have you been well? I pull up a chair next to the wall and sit down, after moving the wheelchair from the bedside. This music seems a bit familiar. It was a cheap 800 yen bargain chair. I actually had broken this chair before. Oh, wow, that music. I might have been a bit too heavy for it, but I still wished it was a bit sturdier. I slouched a bit, making sure not to put my full weight on it. How's your condition? Have you been studying properly? Miku pouted her lips when I asked. It gets stupid that way. But, if you don't study, you won't be able to go to school like everyone else. She started reciting the multiplication table, but I got stumped on 7 times 7. Idiot. Seven times 7 is 49, okay? Then add 7 to that. 50, 51. I counted using my finger one by one. Miku follows along. 52, 53, 54. Miku held up 7 fingers with both her hands and yelled out. 63. She threw both her hands into the air. Yeah, you did. Great job. I also patted her head. Miku couldn't look happier. She stretches out her arms and without moving her lower half of her body clings to me. It's warm. soft, sweet, and scented like fruit. Since the buttons on her pajamas stopped halfway up, I could catch a glimpse of her well-developed chest. Other. Miku will be turning 19 this year. Her parents probably gave her that name hoping that she would live a happy life, but instead she ended up living a life devoid of light. Her life as a sweet, normal girl came to an end when she turned 7 years old. She was hospitalized with a high fever, a disease that can only be described as cancerous, gradually deteriorating her muscles. By the time her fever had calmed down, both her legs were paralyzed. She was no longer able to stand. It was decided that Miku would be bound to a wheelchair for the rest of her life. Before long, it was also confirmed that she had brain damage. That's obvious. As Miku grew older, she experienced her first period, growth of her breast, and matured into a true beauty. However, her mind remained that of a 7-year-old girl. She rubs my cheek. Although she was only playing around like she was with her father, seeing a grown woman clinging like that left me in no such mood. Hey. I was a pressing surge of various emotions. I somehow managed to tear her away and lay her in bed. Don't you ever feel it? Are you sure? I see. She furrows her brow and tries to act tough.
Miku, いつになったら学校に行けるのかな。マックやミカちゃんと遊びたいな。
I answered with a calm smile. Don't worry, you'll be able to go soon.
学校でいじめられないかな。
No one will bully a cute girl like you, Miku. If anyone does, I'll get mad at them for you.
本当?
Yeah, really. Miku smiles. Her black eyes sparkle just like a child's do. Innocence is heartbreaking. Yes. She doesn't understand a thing. She can never again sit alongside her friends in class. The Miku and Mika-chan that she knew have already grown up, now only exist in the corner of her memory. Not only that, but this conversation we're having is one that has been repeated over and over for several years.
お父さんもお母さんもどうして来てくれないのかな。ミクの足がいつまでも治らないから嫌いになっちゃったのかな。
Miku muttered with a sense of loneliness that lingered in her voice. As I gently brush her cheek, I can only respond by telling her that they're busy. There's no way I could tell her the truth.
そうだよね。忙しいんだよね。
Looks at me with relief and smiles again. My heart feels like it would just stop. I was never good at telling lies. That's why my boss, co-workers, nurses, and patients all tell me. I pray for Miku not to see through me. She must never find out about the secrets kept within my heart. Please, also never let her bring up this topic again. Thank you. I cheerfully smile.
今度またゴーやってね。
Okay. Back when I was in charge of Miku, I carried her on my shoulders and imitated an airplane, running around with everything I had. For an hour, Miku commanded me to turn left, turn right, fly higher, land, and then take off once again. I was scolded afterwards when someone else took my position. No matter what was said, I never felt like what I did was wrong. Of course not. Even though Miku is not heavy, if someone wanted to run around endlessly with Miku on his or her back, it would be impossible. The only reason I can do it is because I've trained. When the weather is nice, maybe we'll go out and do it again. Miku's response is unusually strong. A rainbow, huh? Miku reaches out for a pin by her bedside and inserted it into a pinwheel. I rarely see them now. Back when I was still in charge of her, I happened to pass by a festival and bought it. It had 4 white blades with pink flowers drawn on them. She was so happy with it that she treated it differently from all her other toys. When the wind blows through the window and causes it to spin, Miku is connecting himself to the outside world. Not that she actually told me that or anything. Miku's vocabulary isn't that extensive. If you saw the way she flings open the window during windy days, pinwheel in hand, watching it as it spins for hours on end, then you will understand. You will see how she gazes outside with those lonely eyes of hers. With a gentle breath, the faint tint of her pinwheel blades brought the spin again. Miku's eyes are filled with a longing as she gazes at it. How far will she be able to run despite running out of breath? To the other side of the rainbow? To the place she imagined? A dream that will never be realized. Not good. So I'm going to show my face. I should get started. So Miku, my friend taught me a new game the other day. You want to try it? Her interest is immediately picked on upon hearing those words. Seeing her pure, glistening eyes with curiosity made me feel guilty. But I can't stop. Stop what? Today is special. First, you'll lie down and close your eyes. Miku obediently does what she's told, and I dim the lights. What the hell is going on? Breathe, and as much as you can. After that, slowly breathe out. It's gonna kill her. That's right. Full breath, and let it all out. Empty your lungs. Do it again. Inhale, inhale. Now exhale. The strength will leave your body. Inhale, exhale. Hey, do something. Feels good, huh? Keep it up a bit longer. You'll lose more strength and you'll feel even better. Miku quickly relaxes as I talk to her in a low voice. I take out a pen light and aim the thin light at her forehead. Open your eyes, look into the light, stare into the light. Don't look away from it. As I emphasize those words, Miku's facial expression disappears. She's fervently concentrating. Her pupils are almost completely still. It's very bright, huh? Brighter, brighter. The inside of your head is turning pure white. Light is filling up your mind. Look, you already can't think. It feels good, doesn't it? Now, your eyes are gradually closing. Your eyelids are getting heavy. Getting heavy. Look, they're gradually closing. They're closing. 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 Miku narrows her brow, her eyes beginning to waver. Her eyelids gradually closing, halfway, slightly open. They're completely shut. Her eyes are closed, yet the light is still there, bright as ever. I lightly tap your head with the tip of my finger. I do so in a consistent tempo. The light will slowly get brighter. I slowly tap 4 times. Now the light will get dimmer, dimming, fading, fading. It's getting dark. It's getting repetitive. Hurry up. Tapping 4 times to make it even brighter, and repeating it makes it darker. After a little while, now the light is getting more and more dimmer, dimming, disappearing, disappearing. It's gone. So's my patience. Good Lord, would you hurry up? Now it's very dark. You can't see anything. It's a very pleasant feeling. It's a deep, deep place that feels like it's sinking. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's very pleasant as you steadily make your way deeper inside. Deeper inside, you say? You quickly, easily falls into a deep hypnotic state, but you just fell asleep from your boring ass crap. Yes, this is hypnotism. Really. Really. While she is in this state, Miku will accept anything I say. Really. Placing my hand on her back, I slowly raise her up her body. Her neck wobbles as her back leans forward. Her mouth is partly open. I can see the whites of her teeth. She seems to be feeling good. I pinch her nose. No reaction. I turn her body to sit on the edge of the bed. Her feet, which are now sticking out of the cuffs of her pajamas, are completely white and excessively thin, making them seem artificial. The right side is a little slanted and warped. It resembles a photograph seen of a Chinese woman in the olden days who had undergone foot binding. Alright, Miku, I'm going to be taking you to various places now. Miku loved reading books. I'm not talking about stories containing fairy tales or legends. She preferred books about the world here and there, particularly ones with pictures of scenery. Although she could follow along with the words, she didn't read the sentence. All she did was earnestly look at the pictures. First, let's go to the sea. Imagine it in your mind. The sea. Wide, blue. It's so blue. By doing that, look, you can hear the roar of the waves. Crash, crash. Back when she could still walk, Miku's parents seemed to have taken her to the sea. So she tries to imagine it. It'll be very clear to her. Look, as the waves come one after another, it feels very pleasant. Her eyes remain shut. Miku hangs her mouth open. It's hot, huh? The glare of the sun feels very hot. But the wind is blowing. A salty scent is coming from somewhere. Look, you're starting to sweat. It feels very nice, huh? Miku's skin is slightly sweating. Her breath seems very relaxed. She's completely immersed in the image of the world I have created. Come, look at the sea. Slowly open your eyes. It'll be too bright if you open them all too fast, so do it slowly. 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 Open your eyes. You're at the sea. She slowly lifts her eyelids. Facing an empty wall, her eyelids immediately open wide. Huh. Her mouth is gaping. Her face is now full of delight. Miku stretches both arms out wide and takes a deep breath. Afterwards, she looks towards the ceiling. eyes are focused into the distance. She's watching towering clouds float across the sky. Suddenly her face looks from the right to the left. What did you see? You love the sea? Illusions due to hypnosis. Miku is now seeing the sea in whatever way she wishes. The hot summer breeze, the smell of the sea, the roar of the waves, the cry of the seagulls. Next, I induce taking her to the mountains. Miku laughs while covering her ears upon hearing the noisy cries of the cicadas. We climb the mountain path. Miku energetically moves her arms back and forth, her hands grasping. Although she's unable to move her legs, she still earnestly believes that she's climbing. She wipes the sweat that appears on her forehead. I also show her a snowy landscape. Miku nervously reaches out towards the sheets of ice, suddenly shrieking when she feels how cold it is. Come on, let's go to the field next. The flowers are very beautiful there. They're fully in bloom, stretching out as far as you can see. She's cute, but her eyes are dead. This is the first time Miku yelled out like that. Without worrying about other people hearing her, she joyfully shouts out, swinging her arms. She's running, however her legs don't move at all. That's something that even I can't fix. Although Miku is able to play around in her dreams, she is powerless in the real world. After watching her play for a while, I speak up. It's disappointing, but we're out of time. We have to go back to the hospital. I know how you feel, but there's nothing we can do. Don't worry, we'll be able to come play again soon. Now close your eyes. I place my hand on Miku's forehead. I feel a light jolt Miku's eyelids begin to hang. The inside of your head is getting gradually thinner, darker, and emptier. It feels good. Just like you feel good. Your mind is getting hazy. You can't tell what's what anymore. Miku's eyelids begins to fall, and her head suddenly limps forward. Her eyes are slightly open, but she can't see anything yet. We're going back now, but you want to play like this again, don't you? In that case, I'll teach you some magic words. I think to myself for a moment. I know there was that song, Over the Rainbow. Have you heard of it? Miku nods and begins humming a tune. That's the one. You like that song? Then we'll use that. Okay, when I say the words over the rainbow, you will always, no matter what time, immediately start to feel pleasure again. Understand? Good girl. Now it's time to wake up. I will slowly count from 1 to 10. When I reach 10, you will be completely awake, alright? 1, 2, and I'm going to end it there for now. I will upload more of these videos some other time. I'll get to some other videos like ranting and introducing you to my lovely figures and stuff. But for now, if you got this far in the video and you kept watching, fucking all the power to you. I can't wait to see you again. If you didn't, then you're not watching this. Anyway, that's all for now. Take care. Oh, you're so cute and adorable. ロリコンか